Welcome back to Urban Child Development, a show where we talk about how we raise our kids from an urban perspective. This week, Darnell will be asking the questions. Go ahead, D.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump right in. Yeah, so first question, I know it's something everybody done dealt with. Just got to do with like how you, when it comes to like disciplining your child, that can mean words or whatever. But how is that dealing with it from a sense of being on the same page as either your spouse or if you raising alone, how you
Boy,
you do it from that sense, but just one and a 4-year-old now.
I got you.
And my 4-year-old doesn't like to listen. I mean, he's 4. He just does his own thing. So, I'm not gonna pop him or, I might thump him in the chest or something right there at 4. But, just thinking about that once it gets to that older stage, how it turns in. I know how we were raised. Well, I can speak for myself. It was, get in line. You're gonna get to start with a little thump, might end with something else. Yeah,
that's switching the tree.
What? Grandma maybe you had to go get that switch though. Yeah. And don't come back with one that's too small.
It gotta be green and healthy.
Right. So just coming up, if y'all ever dealt with it from, either doing it yourself or just being on the same page with your significant other.
I guess I'll go first. My son, he's 7. I haven't beat him, but it's more of a talking to him. I guess I'm blessed.
He ain't beat him.
Yeah, I ain't beat him yet. He got good discipline. I guess I'm on a good thing. Now my family, like cousins in South Carolina, like North Carolina down south, I've already seen them get hit with boards with nails in it, switches, branch, all kinds of stuff like that.
Boy, you need to call the police.
That right there is new to me.
Yeah.
So that's really about it from on my end.
I ain't seen the board with the nails. I done seen the drop cord or the so I ain't seen the board with the nails. That's some warriors right there.
That's some WWE shit.
Yeah, that's Fight Club.
Ultimate Warrior, man. Hulk Hogan, baby.
That's that ludicrous tag team off the rope. Oh, hey, man.
Man, you should have went last with that.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say.
I don't know how to come behind that, brother. Let me pick it back up, though. So, I have 2 different aspects. So, I have a child with my baby mother that's not here, and I got a child with my wife. So, I can say I fucked up in the beginning because in my young mind, I told my baby mother, hey, I don't want nobody disciplining my child, period, unless it's me or you. But now that I'm married and been married 12 years, that's not feasible when you have a child that's living in the house and growing up with you. Can't be, one person can't be the disciplinary and the other person be the just stand by and telling the other person everything what the child is doing. It don't work that way. Yeah. So I fucked up by telling her that I didn't want anybody else being able to discipline my child. Now I regret it. But being as far as on the same page as discipline my house, we are. We tried to, like, spanking is like the last resort. You know what I mean? Like, you done it like 1,000 times. And then even with spanking, I still feel bad after, the spanking. But I ain't had no real big incidents except my daughter stealing. But when she stole, I taught her a different lesson on how stealing is not going to be accepted in my household. And I don't know if I should tell that story on here because I don't know what statute of limitations is up. So I'm going to let somebody else go ahead.
You're good. So I'll go ahead and kick it off again. You know what I'm saying? So I got 2 boys. I got custody of one, and it's just me and him. I ain't with the whole violence thing. You know what I mean? I don't feel like nothing is accomplished with violence. I'm more like, like how Trey be doing. I like to teach them a lesson. no matter what the infraction is. But I think the most important thing really is consistency. You got to have consistency, even if you in a relationship, marriage, or whatever. As long as the family is consistent, I think it'll be good, for the child. But it has to be some order and discipline. You just can't have people running wild in the palace. You feel me? Because that ain't good for nobody involved. Really, and the child gonna be confused, gonna be messed up in the head. You feel me?
Yeah, I agree with you. Consistency is key, but it's like two separate things. As far as disciplining your kid, and then also being on the same page with your spouse and partner too, because then you got to take in concept how they were raised, and they only know what they know. And the same thing as far as, I guess, in my predicament, is just I only know what I know too. I know what works. Well, at least I think I know what works.
Right.
Versus what I don't. I know what I don't want to happen.
Right.
So yeah, them beatings, well, not beatings, but whoopings.
There you go, beatings.
Like,
Yeah, because I got beat like all y'all. Yeah, I got beat.
Yeah, now it's whoopings. Yeah, beatings before, whoopings now. But now it's just like, I choose like you, not a violence approach, but more so just talking, especially having a girl. And yeah, that's one thing I don't even want to be normalized as far as a man hitting on a girl and things like that. And even though it's discipline, but at the same time, it's a fine line. Well, I won't say it's a fine line, but it's not something I would want. I don't do and don't unless I have to. That's hard.
How about you, baby?
But a boy says something, he can get it.
The boy can get it.
But then that's only just based on because I didn't appreciate what my parents did, but I understand now looking back what and why. And
but it saved us though,
like
looking back.
Adapting to it.
It saved us looking back though. I tell people all the time,
Exactly.
I got beat bad, but it was the times we was in, you know what I'm saying? Back then, they say they were trying to save us from the streets or from ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I really, I'm kind of against the whole like violence thing, because hell, the times done changed. You know what I mean? Hell, these kids got phones and these mobile devices. Hey, one recorded little beat down, hey, the whole family in jail.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think I think the spankings was like from different eras. They was just trying to, like, our era, we was more in the streets. We was more outside.
Yeah.
So to try to keep us arraigned, I think it took a little bit more with us than it takes with our children. They're more in the house. I can't get my, they go outside, but mostly they're in the house on their phone or on their game or, with some type of electronic in their hands. So it's a different type of discipline nowadays versus it was back then. So I think discipline changes with the era.
Yeah, you gotta think like they were like, like our parents were like, they were only like a couple generations down from like slavery. So
right,
hey,
like the great grandparents got it from
the master.
Straight up.
Yeah.
So I think like I said, the new day and age.
I think Mo hit the nail on the head too a little bit. Well, like the times, because like I know, like me, with a lot of y'all, all of y'all, like our parties was different. Like these kids not in the video game. We were trying to find the next girl house, or what I'm saying, we could be hiding in the closet or something like that. These kids ain't on no these boys ain't on no female. You know what I'm saying? We was all the shoot. I know I was, boy. Yeah, I was jumping out of windows and daddy was coming home. You know what I'm saying? I was getting it in. Hey, I was getting it in. Hey, what time your daddy get home from work?
I can tell you one thing that I differ from how my parents did. Like I said before, spanking is a last resort. And if I ever have to, which I can count probably on one hand how many times I have had to spank my children. But I tell them why. They understand why. They understand why they did what they did and their fraction that they did and why it got to the point where I had no other choice but to do that.
Yeah.
So we have a conversation about it. Like when I was growing up, wasn't no conversation.
Yeah.
Got your ass whooped and you go back to doing whatever you was about to go do and suck it the fuck up.
Ask questions later.
Yeah.
My bad. I'm in now. Good now.
Okay.
What was the question? What was the question?
That man, the food truck.
Oh yes, sir. Oh yeah, we were just talking about how like when it comes to like disciplining your kids nowadays versus like how we grew up, whether it's like communication or whatever those efforts is, and whether it's with with your spouse or co-parenting. So how from your aspect, just how has it been?
Shoot, my mom, man, she used to whoop me and tell me what she whooped me before when she whooped me. Like, didn't I tell you? What I'm saying?
Sentences.
I got girls, back to school. Yeah, I got girls, right? So I haven't ever whooped them. So I can't tell. If I have a boy, I know I probably whoop him. You know what I'm saying? But I got girls, so I don't raise my boys. They know I'm mad. I popped them before, you know what I'm saying? But
that's what I call spanking.
I never gave them a whooping.
I never gave my child a beat.
Yeah, that's the same thing I said, Derek.
I ain't never gave out no beat.
I ain't never.
It's like a counselor session.
Yeah. When my mama left me,
right. Yeah. Like my mom put it on us now. Like, but now, I tell my daughter, I'm like, yo, what you doing? I explain to her. Like what the problem is, you know what I'm saying? But I never would. Now Trey got a boy, so I don't know how that works on your end.
So with him, he's such a different type of child, bro. Like he's such a good kid. Like the things that piss me off about him is the things that shouldn't piss me off about him, but I'm worried about him and the world. Like he's still in that crying stage. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like he ain't toughening up. And I need him to toughen up a little bit because the world ain't gonna care. So that's the type of things that I have to deal with him. So it's not like he do something bad. He ain't done nothing really bad. Like he'll try to help he'll help anybody. Like he's the most helpful kid. Man, I'm blessed to have the children that I have. Put it that way.
I feel the same way, man. For real. I'm like, Daddy, some good ass kids, but shoot, they gonna be bad if I gotta get on their ass and think about something.
Something, right? They're trying to find something.
That blessing's a good thing, man. I done seen some kids jail time every week, every day. They doing something all the time, and you better make sure. My main thing was, Lord, let my kids get out of school without getting pregnant.
Boy.
That was my whole thing. I'm like, please, Lord, let my girls get out of school without getting pregnant. I got one out of them so far. You know what I'm saying? My other one, she just got in the 9th grade right now. And she told her mom the other day, out of nowhere, so I ain't gonna be no teen mom. I can say that right now. I guess somebody in her school is pregnant for her to say that. You know what I'm saying? She said it out the blue.
My daughter said that too.
See, I'm not gonna be no teen mom.
That just still popping off. Like I know we had a daycare at my high school.
We did too.
We did too.
Yeah, we did too.
I ain't think no popping off like that no more for real.
Yeah.
Man, I think I remember. I think we was at Dillard when the first girl got pregnant. When we was at school.
Yeah. I'm about to say it's about 6th grade. That's when I first moved to Goldsboro. I remember somebody in the class was pregnant. I was like, damn.
Hey. I ain't gonna call them names.
Yeah.
We all know.
I almost
put out there. I want to know a name. Put out there. I want to go find her.
She probably a great grandma by now.
Hey, what T.I. say? She married now. You know what I'm saying? So you can't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, my next question gonna be: is she happily married?
It's always a single guy in the group. It's always a single guy in the group.
She'll beside me, right? And I was like, dang, old girl been gone for like 3 days. I'm like, yes, she had a baby. I said, she had a baby. I didn't know she was pregnant. She was sitting right beside me in class.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Hey, y'all remember that one we had when in the middle school or something? She had a baby. She had like in the 6th grade. It was 6th grade, yo.
In the 6th grade.
That's when I
Yeah,
first knew. I remember.
We had about 2
Yeah,
or 3
we had
out this
good.
way.
So, and let me ask you this, Derek, since I know you got daughters. How did you ask them if they were being active? I don't know how to be nobody but me. So I just straight up asked you. And my daughter gets upset at me because I do.
This what me and her mom did, right? You know you got an iPhone, right?
I'm fiending for y'all right now.
Right? So every now and then, her mom pull that iPad up. Let's go check these messages real quick.
Oh, okay then.
Let's go check these messages real quick.
Yeah, I'm on that.
And then, and you can figure out a lot about your child through some text
Do the
messages.
messages. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do the messages.
Yeah.
Right about that.
That's how we found out she won't act.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
that's
already
good.
doing that. I've been saying on that.
Didn't he have to ask? That's and like she a homebody too, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, mine is too. Only thing she do now
like
is just
a
go to work.
homebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, she be like, nah. And
But
then
you know what I mean? We got COVID
college.
going on, so I don't know how she would be if this wasn't affected.
Yeah.
And mine like she a junior in college, right? And she'll tell you, she be like, I have a boyfriend, but I'm not studying nothing. I'm trying to finish my school first. She'll tell you that right off the jump.
That's good.
That's
You know what I'm
good,
saying?
man. That's good. She think
But
that.
You raised it right then.
But my 9th grade, I gotta watch my 9th grade one though. That's why I gotta watch now. You know what I'm saying? She don't go nowhere either, but I still gotta watch.
It's always the youngest. Yeah.
Always the youngest one.
I gotta watch her.
Oh, man.
But hopefully, man, that's what I'm worried about there too, man. Come tell her, cause I just think about like who was in school, like when it was time for like junior, senior, still there, something like that, skipping school, and they was like, I'm going over old girl house, come on in at work.
That's it. That's what I was just saying. Yeah.
That's a
I
wrap.
was trying to put somebody in a torture rack. Come here.
Hey, ain't going
That's what I'm
down.
saying, man.
I work from home. It ain't going down.
Yeah, see?
I work from home. God damn it.
Hey,
Won't get nothing in here.
I made my own. Hey, you sit today? I'm sit today.
Yep.
Hey,
Yo,
when
I just be thinking about how we was in school, how we was
Hell yeah, I think about all that shit.
When I joined the army, I said, "What time your daddy gonna be? I know he's gonna be at PT. I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna be at PT."
Trying to get PT, man. Look,
I'll get
from
that
your
in.
house.
I'm trying to get the show canceled.
Or they got a 30-day field bro.
Yeah.
Hey, all bullshit aside, man. When I was in hood, man, when somebody get deployed, go to the daggone what's that club?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was at the hood. Yes, sir.
Kitty light.
Hey, go there. It be like, hey, you like, damn, who do you do people? They spouse, so the husband's gonna get deployed.
All the
You
blue.
like, man.
Yup.
Boy. Used to be something to see, boy.
You know.
But yeah, man, like, as far as discipline with my kids, I try to keep it as open communication, you know what I mean? I try to talk to them as much as possible, sit them down, talk to them as much as possible. I know my daughter probably get tired of me talking. She probably think I'm a fucking preacher, but I know it works. Because she was mad at me for putting her in ROTC in the beginning of the school year when she first.
She a soldier? You ain't told me that, Mo. She a soldier?
Yeah, she in ROTC. She been in ROTC since she was she's junior now.
When she come home sometime, do you tell her at ease?
Nah, I don't tell her shit. But she couldn't sign no shit. I'll tell you that.
Hey, let me show you I'm gonna try to write a caption real quick.
Tell her at ease, Captain. At ease, Captain.
But her not liking being in ROTC at first, she told me, which was great. It was a great moment because we was driving home from her, coming from her interview. And she was like, I want to tell you, Dad, thank you. I was like, why? And she was like, because you told me to get in ROTC and you told me to stay in it. And you told me it was going to affect me, but you didn't tell me how it was going to affect me. And I got that job just because I was in ROTC.
Oh, that's
It is.
good. Congratulations on
Yeah.
that.
It is.
One thing I don't
want.
want. One thing I don't want, like with this one from my child, right? I don't want them to be scared to tell me something.
Right.
Right.
That's
Because
it. That's right there.
you know
That's
what I'm
it.
saying? I want them to be able to come to me and talk to me about stuff too. You know what I'm
About
saying?
anything. Yeah, about anything.
About anything, man. About anything.
Yup.
That's another thing right there, man.
Yeah, my son do that now, man. I'll be like, he be telling me everything. I'll be like, what? I'll be like, all right, as long as you tell me this now, you 7 years old, and we're able to build that, you know, that mutual thing right now. He gets older, it's gonna be more comfortable.
Yeah. 'Cause I know I got beat. Boy, I used to be scared. I can't tell
Thing now, like we got more outlets. Like,
Yeah, I
you
ain't
had that conversation tough, but then you can, like our era, like we might hop on the game with them after that, or you know, just do something like whatever it is, phone, whatever it is. Yeah, music now. So it's different.
Man,
That's one thing.
How's it being the disciplinary man with you being a step parent?
Oh,
This shit hard.
I know.
It's hard. Man.
Yeah, it's hard.
That'd be hard for me. That's a lot
How's hard? What you mean? Like, what you mean? Like, what's hard about it? What you mean?
I don't think
You
it's
know,
hard.
the same page and stuff. Because one,
I don't think it's hard.
take it in context, like that's her first child,
Yeah.
and she been like mom and dad way longer than, but I can't say now way longer than I've been involved, but more like those
formative years.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the word, but yeah. So she's been everything. So it's almost just like, yeah, I can't put it in context of how she feels.
When you be like, hey, don't do that. Do you look at the mom and see that she agree with what you're saying, or no?
No.
I don't.
I said what I got to say, but then she gonna say what she got to say, and that's where the issue come up.
Okay, see, that's what
Did she say what she got to
right
say
then or later on?
Child being there?
No, she'll say what she got to say then, and that's what we've been. Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
But I say she got better with it, but at the same time, that doesn't make things easier,
right?
Especially being because you got to look at yourself. Well, how I see myself is outside coming in,
right,
to whatever they had established.
And I got a question. Since we're talking about the step parents, or whatever, have you ever heard, or either in y'all situation, one of the kids say, "You're not my actual birth father"?
Oh Lord, I hope I never hear no crap like that. Got burnt up in, boy. You on the mic?
Like, y'all get into it? And somebody said,
that's the movies. That's the movies right there.
Let me tell you something.
That's a movie.
I was a stepchild. I was a stepchild. My father, who I will only call my father, is my actual stepfather.
Yeah.
So would I say it? Hell yeah, I said it. But I said it underneath my breath behind closed doors. I ain't say that shit out loud to that crazy ass. We probably killed my ass. Hell no.
Yeah.
But of course, a child get mad, you gonna say it. You say it in your head.
Yeah.
So essentially, you have said it. But I ain't crazy enough to say it to that fool. Hell no, that motherfucker rings.
Hey, how you said too? I'm like, I know you saying that in your head too.
Yeah, I know. I tell my daughter, I'm like, I know what you're saying in your head. Don't try me.
Yeah.
There you go. I can feel it in my spirit. I can feel it in my spirit.
Man, that discipline, man. It's crazy, man. Cause I know if I had a boy, I think I would, yo. Hey. You know what I'm saying?
I guess my girls, I'm waiting for them to give me something like that.
Hey, I look at my girl like, man, a man better not touch him. You know what I'm saying? I touch her. So I was like, hey, damn it, did anything to like really beat them though. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, but I don't know.
That consistency,
I want a boy, but shoot, now I be seeing how these boys be. I'm like, man.
Hey, look, I guess I'm blessed so far now. I still got a bunch of years.
I got a good child so far. He and he still has the fear of God in him, so he's still straight. I think
you taught your kid
smell ourselves when we about 15, 16. But we like
that's
fuck
it.
everything.
That's it right there. That's it right
but
there.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Hey,
that's them years.
He gonna bump you in the hallway. He gonna bump you in the hallway.
Yeah,
y'all taught y'all kids about Y'all talk to y'all kids about drugs, alcohol, and weed and stuff.
Hell yeah, I talk to them about it.
Nah, mine ain't old enough. Mine ain't old enough yet.
Mine not old enough for that.
It's a real thing now, boy. It's fentanyl and shit, boy. It's a real thing right now, boy.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's a real conversation to have right now, boy. They dropping like flies. RP Michael.
That stuff for anything.
Fine, yeah.
My daughter, she started her sophomore year in college drinking. She was drinking some whole shit. So I said, hold on, baby, no, you gotta start off with wine coolers and stuff like that. Now,
Wine cooler, man.
Hey, I said, you can't drink no Hennessy, man. I'm like, I don't even drink no Hennessy. I don't drink brown.
They know what's hip. They be out here getting that Casamigos, brother.
That's it.
In the door, Casamigos.
Hey, they know what it is.
Ego.
Hey man, but that's it for this week episode of Urban Child Development. Check us out next time.
All right.